YouTube. Is this thing on? So as you know, another new week, another new video. So my day ones that have been here from the beginning know that every Tuesday I drop a new video. But I decided to switch it up a little bit, and from the future, from now on, I think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna start off the new video with a comment that gave me inspiration from a previous video. So I'm just gonna choose a comment to, put up here to show flowers and show respect to. So without question at all, the comment that won me over last week was by Pedro Sanchez. And I'm gonna put his comment right here. And he basically let me know that he most recently picked up a 99 Civic that needed some work, but finding my channel put a battery in his back to get it done. So that meant a lot to me that I could inspire him, to get his build done. So much respect, much love to you, Pedro Sanchez. Now, let's talk about what we're going to talk about this week. I decided that, when you go out and you get these cars, hold on one second. Sorry about that, y'all. I got a phone call. I need to learn how to get better at this and at least cutting it on like airplane mode so that a call doesn't interrupt the video. That's my bad. I apologize. But like I was saying, much love, Pedro Sanchez. Appreciate the comment. Now, what I was going to get into is when you go out and you get these cars, sometimes they need a few upgrades just to make them a little more modern and make them just feel a little bit better and appreciate the driving experience, as well as offer some sort of safety as well. So what I decided to do this week was I'm just going to give you a few things, in my opinion, that you should do to your interior once you pick up, your brand new EK Civic. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and we'll get inside the vehicle. I mean, we don't got to be in there for everything, but we'll start off in there. Okay, so now, first things first. We know it's automatic, so don't start off by saying, well, the first thing you should do is get a manual transmission. We already know it's automatic. We know that. Okay, but that's not for this video. Now, as most of you realize when you go out and you pick one of these up, now if you get like a sedan or a coupe, this might not necessarily go for you. But for us hatch lovers that go out and pick like a CX or a DX, a lot of times the interior comes with what's called an armrest delete, okay? So you really don't get an actual armrest. You get like this flat piece that goes up the middle that's called an armrest delete. Now, the way you can get rid of that is completely take out and get rid of the armrest delete, find an EX and get the base, we'll just call it the base plate, and put that in. And then if you want to go the Honda Access route, you can get this top piece right here. And once you screw that down on top of this base plate out of the EX, that will give you what's called the sliding armrest. Now that's a driver-friendly feature, depending on, if you want to rest your arm here versus locking it back here and resting it back here. You have that option to slide it and lock it into place to put it wherever you want it to be. So without a shadow of a doubt, I would say the first thing I would do is get an armrest, because it's a pain trying to drive the car and rest your arm on that flat piece way down here. Trust me, it's not comfortable. Second thing I would do, now, for those of you that are automatic, once again, this may not be a big deal, but I just wanted one to make the car just look and feel, not really feel better, but just look better. You want to pick yourself up a tachometer that has the RPM gauge. Now, again, being automatic, you're not going to be out here racing, so it's no big deal for that. I just went with the Canadian SIR cluster for the look. I just wanted it for the look. I don't use it to race. I'm not into that. It's strictly just the look. Now, I went ahead and I dressed around it by having a friend of mine find the wood grain kit for this car, OEM, of course, and I really appreciate that. So I went ahead and put that around it and around the vents and stuff. But upgrading that instrument cluster really works wonders, especially one with a tachometer. You don't have to do the SIR. You know, you can do the CRV cluster. I mean, if you got it like that and you balling, you can do the Mugen one if you got pockets for that. It looks great, but it's going to be costly and expensive. Type R has one as well. It's up to you. By far, and I might have to backtrack on my video before the armrest and the cluster. The one thing I think should be the first thing you should do is pick yourself up a removable steering wheel. Not for the race-inspired look, unless that's what you're into. More so because these cars tend to get stolen. So having a nice removable steering wheel helps also prevent theft. It's not the best option in the world, but it's something. You don't have to have the best alarm system in the world to, have that feeling of, oh, you're just completely safe. Just have something on the car, whether it's a kill switch, something to have some sort of security. Now, with me, as well as an alarm, I decided that a removable steering wheel would help as well. Now, I went with the Momo Monte Carlo. You don't have to do that. You can get like NRG. Obviously, they make the the kit to be able to remove it, but they also have steering wheel options as well. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do, just make it you. Like we say, keep it simple, keep it humble, keep it you. Do what you want. I personally went with the Momo, but you don't have to do that. It's completely up to you. But take my word for it. Put a removable steering wheel on your car, unless you have some sort of other security feature that you figure you don't need it. Then that's fine too. But do something. That's all I'm trying to say. Now, the next thing I would say is go ahead and upgrade your sound system. Now, you don't have to go out here and put like 12s in your car or nothing like that. What I mean is just, upgrade your radio. Now, I went with the old school Pioneer with the Dolphins on there. But let me cut this off. That beeping's driving me crazy already. All I'm saying is upgrade your radio. Now, you can, do the usual and just upgrade the speakers. In my car, they're in the door and in the deck, obviously. Now, if you want to go that extra mile and really get some more clarity, you can go the route that I went as well and add like the Gathers snail speakers that hang above the pillar right there. And then, even in the back, I'll show you. Let me step out. I even added the Gather speakers, back here that sit on the deck. Now, these speakers aren't really for like bass and things of that nature. It's more so just for the clarity. It makes it sound better. That's it. So if you're into like the bass and stuff like that, you can put 12s in your car to upgrade your sound system. But that's not me. I just wanted that clarity and that crisp sound. So to go along with the regular speakers that I upgraded in the doors and on the back of the deck, again, I just added the Gathers, sound system as far as the snail pods and the deck speakers that go on the deck as well as the other ones, just to give it that clarity. Okay, another thing that you can add. Now, this is going to be pricey, but I promise you it's going to be worth it. Those factory seats that come with the car, they're okay, but they're really not that comfortable. There's really not no bolstering or anything like that. So if you reach out to the right people, you can actually go ahead and have yourself now you have two options that I know of the top of my head. Now there's plenty of other options, but these are only two that I would really go with. You have the SIR red confetti, which is what I have here, as an option to upgrade, your seats in your car. Or you can go with the blue wave, which is also another option to upgrade your car. Now, the reason why I like either the SIR confetti or the blue wave, either one, is because they have some bolstering on the side, which, gives a better feel for when you're sitting in the seat. It kind of hugs you a little bit. Now, it's not crazy like a racing seat or nothing like that, but it does give you a little bit of that cushioning and that comfort. And then it has a few options, that the factory seats don't always have, like the adjusting and stuff like that on the side. They're just better seats all the way around than the factory seats that come with it, in my opinion, if you ask me. Completely up to you, though. I'm a bigger guy, so I needed a little bit more comfort. But as well as that, another advantage to them is, especially if you're going to lower your car and you just want to sit low and have that go-kart feeling when you're driving it, these seats sit a little lower than the factory seats. Okay, so for me, that's an advantage and that's a plus as well. Now, the last thing I will give you, and I'm pretty sure every EK owner knows how I feel when I say this. The only other thing that I can think is drastic that you need to improve on the interior when you get the car is the situation you're going to have with the cup holders. I don't know what it is about these EKs, but the factory cup holders that come standard in the cars are horrible. I mean, terrible. As soon as you go to make a turn, I promise you, your drinks is going to be all over your floor or all over this way on this floor, depending on which way you turn. The cup holders in the EKs are terrible. Now, me, myself, I took out the ones that came with the car and I put in these cup holders here that have the little pop-up door on them and stuff like that. Now, even with that, they're not that great, but it's better than what I had. Now, they also have another option, and I'll place a picture somewhere up in here to show you, but it has like a button that you push and they kind of like pop out and like the bottom flips down, that holds the drink. I think those are the best ones. Now, I am going to pick those up eventually because, again, I like the whole pop-out pause feature, and I think they're the best ones. But do something to upgrade from the ones that actually come with the car, because I'm telling you, especially if you have OCD and you care about cleanliness like I do, you're bound to spill stuff all over your floors and stuff like that. Just from making the slightest turn, it's going to spill. Trust me. Now, again, if you want to go all out and spend a little bit of money and get some more added features as far as, some extra cup holders for your car, you can go ahead and I'll turn around and show you. You can pick up the Honda Access armrest that comes with cup holders for the rear. Now, that armrest gets locked into place pretty good that, you can trust it and you shouldn't have any problems. Either way, they're better than the ones that come factory up front. And as we've known and shown in previous videos, I went ahead and added, the seat trays that have a drink holder too. But that factory OEM Honda Access armrest is a great addition as far as having cup holders too. And trust me when I tell you, it does do the job. Now, I just realized my pen fell out of my little cup holder. Let me put that back. But yeah, in my opinion, those by far are, some of the major things I feel like you should add to the car when you buy it. just to, again, add more comfort and also offer some sort of protection as far as getting stolen and stuff like that. Nothing that you have to go crazy about as far as the seating and stuff like that. That's more of like an option if you want to get something, that'll look more modern and give the car that flair. But again, if you can go and get the seats, I definitely recommend you get them. But going back over it, let the first thing you do is get the removable steering wheel unless you have some sort of alarm system that you're going to go with instead. Okay, so as always, I'm just here giving you my opinion, giving you my advice based off of what I did and what I've been through. But through it all, whether you watch my channel or someone else's channel, just always remember, keep it simple, keep it humble, keep it you. And what I mean by that is, do what you want to do. Don't worry about what the next person is doing. Make your car your own. That's what's the most important. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to drive it, no one else, okay? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll be watching the comments to see who I'm going to feature next week. Until then, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.